creating the fields, what we need to do, uh, see, till yesterday, we have seen that how to create the objects, how to create the tabs, and how to create the application app. Okay. So I will take you quickly over there so that you will have a quick recap on that. Okay. So let me take to you that login page. Okay. So I'll not make it any object over there. I'll just show you that how we were creating that objects and tabs and app and field. Okay. So yesterday we just click on this gear icon. Then we clicked on setup, and then after that it will open this page. And as soon as you have to create an object, you just click on this object manager, and there you will find the create drop down button. So just click it over there and click on the custom object. We will see that how to create the object with schema builder also. So just don't worry about that. Yesterday we were creating the object with the custom object. So just click on the custom object, and then you have to give the detail of the object. Okay, so whatever the name you want to give it, so just give over there. Then we have seen each and every terms in detail yesterday to create an object, right? Then we created the tabs. So how you will create the tab? Just by clicking on this home tab, and in the quick find box, you have to search for the tabs. Okay, as soon as you are clicking on the, as soon as you are typing the tabs over here, this will open with this will give the option of the tabs. So just click on the tabs, and then you have to click on the new. And as soon as you create the objects, it will give you options of the objects. Okay, in this drop down, whatever the objects you are creating it will give you the that names over here, right? So you have to just select that object, and then you have to select the tab style. You can select the any tab style from this list. Okay, so in this way, you will create the tabs, right? Then we have seen that how we can create the application. So for creating the application, we just have to go to the app manager, and in the app manager, you have to click it over there. The applications which we are already present over here, these are the standard ones. If you want to create the custom application, you just have to click on the new Lightning app. Okay. So as soon as you are clicking on this new app, new Lightning app, it will ask you what kind of name you want to give to the application. So we have given the organization management name over here with an app, and given the developer name, it will automatically take whatever the name which you are giving over here. And then as I told you, it is the best practice if you give the descriptions for the each and every term. So like if you are creating an object, just give the description why you are creating that object. And uh, when you are creating the tab, just give the description for that as well. And if you are creating the application over here, then just give the description. If you want to upload any image, so just click on the upload. So whatever the app is there, so you can use that app image, and you can upload it over here, right? Then if you want to give some background theme for the tabs, it will be, you can change it as well over here. So just by changing the color from here, you can directly click it which color you want. So just tap it over there, and then you will get that color. Okay. Then you can use the app image as well instead of selecting this custom theme, right? So in this way, you can select it. So whatever the image will be there, it will be coming with the company's icon over here, and with the application name, and the following line will be the description line. Okay. So till here, we have seen in the to create an application, right? So after that, we have seen that how we can create the fields as well. So yesterday we have created the fields for the employee object, right? Uh, so as we went to the employee object, we have created some fields. How we will create the fields? Suppose if we want to create the fields in the employee object, so we'll just go to the employee object, search in the object manager, we'll click on that employee, and then you will see this page. After looking into this page, there you can see the fields and relationship over here. So just click on that fields and relationship, And then if you want to create the field, then simply just click on new. And if suppose you are if you want to create, so like we created the email field, right? So email field, is there anything related to that email field? We have to check in the data type, correct? So for checking that, just we have to scroll. So here you can see there is an email. So to create the email field, we'll click on this email and we can move further, and it will ask you that what label you want to give for that specific field, right? So just give that field name, and you can proceed with that again, and it will be asking some profiles. So we used to select three profiles: standard user profile, system administrator profile, and standard platform user profile, right? So we will see that profiles in details. Right now we are just selecting three profiles only. Just keep that in mind. As soon as we are moving to the security part, then I will explain you in the detail that why we are giving these profiles to this objects, tabs, and sorry, fields and tabs and all. Okay. So till here, we have seen for the employee one, correct? So as we created for some phone field as well, right? So in the phone field, if suppose we are selecting the data type as a phone, so here you can see there will be the data type called the phone also here. So according to that, we can simply select these options. If we want and multiple options, so yesterday we have seen that state, right? So states have multiple states in that, so we it should have a multiple option in the drop down. So how we can select it? Simply just click on the pick list, and you have to give the names in the separate line, right? So we have seen this kind of things also, and for the state and city we have selected the pick list, correct? Then moving back, we have seen the field dependencies as well. So if suppose we are selecting the state, correct? So as I told you, let me go to that controlling and dependent fields, right? So where we have said there was the controlling field as a state. So our requirement was like, if suppose I am selecting that state, then only that the cities belonging to that state should be visible, right? So in that case, you can see the particular cities. So if you want to select it multiple in just one click, so just press Control and then you can select according to which city is belonging to which state, right? So here you can see there Andhra Pradesh is having Amravati, Maharashtra having Mumbai, Pune, Tamil Nadu has in Chennai, and Telangana was Hyderabad. Then we just need to include that values so that whenever we select the Andhra, it will be just visible with the one option as an Amravati. And if suppose we are selecting Maharashtra, then only it will display the Mumbai and Pune. So this is also a handy tool to use in the objects, right? So till here, everything was clear, right? So we have just created the fields for the specific objects only. Just we have created the fields for the employee object. Still, there are three objects more. Uh, we haven't created any fields yet. So we will see that how we can create it. So like there is an department object as well. So we should create some department fields as well, correct? So we will search here. We'll go to the object manager. Okay. Then in the quick find box over here, then you have to search for the department object where as we have created that. So just select for the department object. Everyone getting this thing, whatever the things which we have created yesterday. Okay. So is it fine? Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you. So whenever I'm asking the question, just answer in the chat. Don't ask it in the Q&A. Okay. So, and one more thing I need to tell you that if suppose you have any queries, please ask it in the last 10 to 15 minutes so everyone can answer it properly. Please pay attention for now because these things are very important to know. Compared to that, all the questions you can directly ask in last half an hour, or you can say at the last 15 minutes, because if you are not paying attention, if you miss this basic part also, then it will be difficult for you to catch all these things, right? So please pay attention, guys, right now. You can ask these questions after some time as well, okay? So that is the thing I want to tell all of you. So please pay attention. Chats are not disabled, okay? So please only disabled for the anonymous users only, okay? So what I'm saying, so we have to create the fields for the department. Now we have to choose which fields we should create it over here for the department. So yesterday we were creating the fields as an email, name, email, phone, and state and city for this employee. Now we will create some fields for department. So department, firstly, there will be the department. So department is, we have selected as an auto number, right? So we will give this as an so we will create one project. Okay. Uh, so project, sorry, not project, department type. Okay. Then we will select uh, uh, team team count. Okay. Then team header, team head, or we can say team leader. Okay. So these three fields we will be creating it. Okay. So just we'll add some, we just want to show that something, some fields over there, right? So I just need to add that thing. Okay, so department, team count, or we can say instead of team count, we can say members, members count or something, and then department team leader name. Okay, so these three fields will be creating it. Okay, so first thing we need to create the department type. So we will go to the department object as we have as we are in the department object only. So to create the field we have to go to the fields and relationship. Okay, then we have to select the click on the new button. Okay, after clicking on the new button, we have multiple options over there. Okay, so department can be multiple departments can be there. So we should select the pick list because if suppose there are options, then we can select a project according to that, right? So what we will do, we will select the department. So department will come under the pick list because there are multiple options present over there, right? So we'll give this department name. It is asking for the field label. So we'll give the department. So which kind of department is there? We should have it. So department, I'll just keep it as a department. Okay. Then, or we can say it as a technical department. Or let it be as in department only. Okay, then it is asking enter the value in the separate lines. So same thing we will do. So department operations, then you can add it as a blockchain, then you can add it as a cyber security. So okay, so these options we are providing for the departments, right? So we'll click on next. Okay. After clicking on next, it is asking for the profiles. So we'll keep it by default. We don't want to change as we are selecting these three profiles only. But just keep it as it is for the standard user and standard platform. So we'll keep it as by default, whatever the things which are there. As we are working for the three profiles, I know, but let's keep it the same by default. Then we have to create the another field. Okay, so we'll be creating the members. How many members are there? So there will be the count of the members, right? So what we will be doing, just we have to select the number over here. You can see there is a number. So just click on the number and then click on next. Then it is asking field label. So we are creating the member field, right? So we'll create the member. Okay. Then as it is created, now it is asking the length of it. So length means like if suppose we are giving 18 means 18 digits can be entered in that length. If suppose we are giving 1, so that means they can enter the single digits only. Okay. So if suppose I am trying to select the 12, that means it won't take in that field. Means if in the members, if suppose I am keeping this length as in 1, and if suppose I'm trying to fill that member field with 12, then it will throw error because we have given the length of 1 only. It should be in the single digit only. Okay, then we don't require this decimal place because as it is a member field, so we don't want any decimal places to be given over there. Then we don't want to make it required or it should be unique. Okay, so we'll just click on next. Okay, after clicking on next, it is asking for the same profile level security, so we'll keep it as it is. Then click on next, and then one more field is there, right? So team leader name, yeah, that is also fine. So we will create it one more name field, right? So as I want to create one more field, so that's why I have selected save and new, right? So for that reason, I am selecting that. Then I want just a simple name over there should be visible. So I'll just select the text. Okay. Then click on next. Then it is asking for the field label. So I want to select the give this name as in team leader, right? Or I will say a team lead. Okay, then it will take automatically field name and then we have to give the length of it. So I'll just give the 25 characters. So this 25 characters can be entered in that name label. Okay, then I don't want to make it as in required. If it is necessary, that I can make it as in required as well. Okay, so I'll click on next as this is my last field. So I'll click on save. I will keep this field level security visible for everyone. Okay, then click on next, then save this. Okay, so we have created the fields of a department as well, right? Please pay attention, everyone. Uh, okay, this is easy. If you are missing this thing, then again you have to check that how you can do these things, right? So please pay attention over here. Don't miss this part. Please don't miss this part. Okay. So we have created the fields, right? Now what we need to do, simply you have to go for the another object, which is the activity, right? So what we will be doing over the activities, let me write it over here. So in the activity, we will be giving the uh, games over there. So what kind of games we can keep it? Suppose there is a cricket, then there is a football, then we will instead of this, what we will be doing, we have to create the fields, right? So just let me erase this thing. We'll create just one field only over here. We will select the field as in games. Okay, that's fine. Then in the project, what we'll be doing, uh, project name, okay, or a project type, we can say. Okay, projects, and then we will give project members. Project members we have to give it. Okay, so we will take it as a project members. right? So we'll select the project members, and in the project members, what we will do? We will create this one field in the activity, then we will create the two fields in this project, right? So first, let's create the games in the activity. So let's go to the object manager once again. After coming to this object manager, you have to search in the quick find box for the activity, as we need to create the activity fields, right? So, sorry, activity. So here you can see there are two activities over here. So right now we have created this activity, so you can easily identify by the API name. So API name is just giving this with the underscore C, which defines for the custom objects, right? So just click on this activity, and then you need to go to the fields and relationship, as you need to create the field over here, right? So just click on new, then we need to write the game. We have to create the game field. So there can be multiple games over there. So what I will do, I will simply select the pick list again, once again. So if suppose I am selecting this pick list, see guys, there are multiple options of the data types. If you, as per your choice, you can easily select it. See, if suppose for an example, you want to select the currency or something amount, then you will select the checkbox. Then you will select the data type as in currency. If you suppose you want to create a field like amount and all, then you can select the field data type as an currency. Then if you want to create the what we call it as a status, whether that user is active or not, or whether that employee is present or not. So if you can just simply create the checkbox for that, and you can select it as a, so there will be one box. So they will be asking whether it should be keep it as by default checked in or not. So you just keep it, don't have to select that any option. So right now we don't have to create any checkbox field. That's why we are not creating it. Then if you want to click on the date, starting date, joining date, wherever you can add this field. If you want to keep some date, you can simply select the date and you can create it. So employees joining date, if you are creating some fields, so you can keep it. And if you want to keep the date and time as well, so you can select the date and time. So it will create the both the things. You can add date as well as the time. Then we have seen that how we can go for the email field. Then there is a geolocation. That geolocation includes, suppose the location should be added in that space for with the map of latitudes and altitudes. So you can select this geolocation as well. Then we have seen with this number. So you can use this number with that. So to give the any number over there, correct? Then percentage, if suppose you want to create fields like a discount or something like that, then you can select the percent over there, or you can say the qualification marks or something like that, how much that CGPA percentage is there. So you can select that percent. Then phone, we have seen this, right? Then pick list, we have seen how we can select this data type as a pick list. Then multi-select pick list. If suppose there is an option like multiple activities over there, right? If suppose there are multiple activities like cricket is there, football is there, and tennis is there. So when one employee is willing to play all these three games, so he can select all the three options with the help of the multi-select multi right? So with the help of this pick list, they can easily select the multiple options. So this multi-pick list help you to select the multiple thing options present in that, right? Then you can see the text. So we can use this text field for simple adding the values to some fields. So for an example, uh, the name is there. So you can add the name with the name field. You will take it as a text, right? So the text area is there. So if suppose the text area is having some limit over there, right? So you can't have that much of long text in that name field. So you can't take that, right? If suppose you want to add some description field, okay, so text won't work over there. So instead of that, you can see there is a text area. So in the text area, you can fill the characters by 255 characters. You can use it, okay. So that is the thing. You can create it, right? Here you can see each and every options where you can use which field, right? So allows user to enter to 255 characters on the separate lines, right? Then there is a text area long. The text area long is used like suppose you want to write really big text in that some particular field, then you can use this. So here you can see there is a limit for 131072, right? So you can use this much of characters in that text area long. You can use that kind of things. If you want to add some images to that text area, so you can use this text area reach, okay. So you can add images. Here you can see there is an add images. Then if you want to add some links, so you sorry, so you can add the text area reach over there, right? So in this way there are all the options which you can see. Each and every term is explained in very good manner, so you can simply use the as per the requirement, okay. So just have to come over here and you have to see that which field for this field which data types will be suitable for that, right? So we will see that data type and we will select the as per the requirement, right? I hope everyone got this thing. Then that is the thing. So we were in the activity. So we were creating the pick list, right? Because we want to create the game field, right? So what we will be doing, we will click on next over here. Then it is asking the field label. So I'll give it as a game. Okay. Then there we have to enter the values. So the games can be, suppose there is a cricket, then there is a tennis, then there is a table tennis, then there is a chess, then there is volleyball, then there is a carom board, then there is football, right? So there are multiple games. We are just adding the options into it. Okay. So cricket is there, tennis is there, table tennis is there, chess is there, volleyball is there, carom board is there, then football is there. Then what else can be there? So there this much are enough, right? So we can have it. Okay. So we are given the multiple options for that, right? So we'll click on next. Okay, so we will click on next. Then we don't have to create any more fields over here, so we'll click on save. Okay, so here you can see we have created the game, and as I told you yesterday also, that these four fields are automatically getting generated with this name, created by ID, last modified by, and owner ID, right? So these four fields are automatically generating as soon as we are creating the objects, correct? Then we have created the activity things. Now we have to move to the project. So just click on object manager. Then we have to move to the project object, right? So just type it over here, project object. Okay, so as soon as you type it, here it will be displayed as an project object. So just click it over there. Then go for the fields and relationship as we need to create their fields and relationship. Then click on new. So again, I will select the projects. So if suppose that will be the multiple options over there. So again, I am selecting the pick list over here. Okay. Then moving down, I will select the next. Then it is asking for the field label. So I am giving the field label as in what we are selecting project. Which kind of project is there? So there can be multiple projects over there. So just enter the values. So just enter the projects. So it can be developer projects like property management. Okay. Then we have to enter the pizza delivery. Then mobile hub, correct? Then there is a recruiting, recruiting, or else we can say vehicle. Sorry, we need to add in the new line. So vehicle management, right? There can be multiple projects present in over here, right? So there can be any number of projects, right? So I'm just given the project names over here. So just click on next. Okay. Then it is asking for the profiles again. So I'll keep it by default. Then click on next. We'll study about the profiles. Okay. Don't bother don't see that why I'm taking that fields as in by default only. I will explain you that thing clearly. Okay, so I have to create one more field. So I'll click on save and new. Okay, so again I don't have to click on new and then I have to come to this data type page. Okay, so that's the reason I'm clicking on save and new. So another field is like I have to uh, create the project members. So how many project members are being assigned to that particular project? So that will be the number. So just click on a number. Okay. Then what I'll do, I'll click on next. Again, we will create one more field. Okay. So let me take it this as in project members count. Okay. So we'll keep it as it is. Then what we'll be doing, click on next. Again, it will ask for the profiles. So we'll keep it by default. Okay. Then click on next and then save and new. Again, I need to create one more profile. Uh, so I will select the date. Okay. Why I'm selecting date? Because I will add the field as a project start date. Okay. So click on next. Then it is asking for the field label. So start date. I'm just creating it start date as in field label. So it will automatically take the field name, right? Then this field I'm making as in required. Okay. Then click on next. Then again it is asking for the profile. So I'll keep it as by default. Then next. Then save this. Okay. So this was our last field. So here you can see whatever the fields which we have created, it is getting displayed over here. So these are the standard one which is being created. Now the project member counts as we have selected that. Then project name, we have created that field and then the projects, right? So in this, we can have a look with these projects, right? So we have created the fields all for all the objects, right? Now let's move to the application over here. So just go to the app launcher and in the app launcher, we have to search for the application which we have created, right? So we have created the organization management, right? So just search for the organization management. So just click on the organization management. So it will open the our application. Okay. So here you can see home, employees, department, projects, and activities. If suppose you want to create the record over here, so how you will create the record as I explained you yesterday. So if suppose you want to create it, so just click on that tab and you want to create one report. So just click on new. Okay. Then it is asking the name. So just fill that name. If suppose I'm entering the password name as an money Deepak. Okay. Then I'm just giving some email ID over here. It should be in the email format only because as we have selected the data type as an email, so we can't enter anything. It will throw an error. So as these are two fields are mandatory, so we have to fill something value over there. Then it is asking for phone number, so we can give any number. See, it is taking any number over here. So we should set in such a way that it should not be greater than 10 number, and it should start some with some specific numbers only. If someone is entering some data wrong, that means it will throw an error. Okay, so we will see that how we can manage the things with that. Then we have to then yesterday we have created the field dependency, right? So we can't directly enter the city over here. So for that, because we the controlling field is the state. So as soon as we select the state, then we will be able to select the dependent field, which is the city. So if suppose I am selecting the Maharashtra over here, so city can be just Mumbai and Pune. If suppose I am selecting Andhra Pradesh, so it will be coming with the option as an Amravati. Okay, so I'll click it and I'll save this. So we can see the detailed view of the things. Now here, one thing to note over here, you can see the fields which we have created that are coming in just one line, right? So this space is blank and it is occupying this space. We have to scroll some to see some fields. See, there are 4, 5 fields, so it is visible. If in that case, if suppose there are 10 to 15 fields, so what we can do, see, this space is empty and only this is the line which is getting occupied, right? And again, we have to scroll and we have to see. So we can arrange this types of fields in the this line also. So how we can do that? So simply click on this employee object. There is a direct shortcut. You can move to that particular object also. You just have to do one thing. Just click on the tab in which object you want to go. So just click on that tab. Okay. After clicking on that tab, what you have to do, just click on this gear icon. It will show you the edit object. Okay. So it will directly take me to the employee object only. So here you can see there is an edit object. So I'll click on the edit object over here. So it will directly move me to the employee object, right? So here you can see there is an object with the employee, correct? Now I want to arrange that fields. How I can arrange that fields? You just have to go to the page layouts, right? So just click on the page layouts. As soon as you click on the page layout, it will show you that the employee layout is there. So whatever the layout which is by default it is being used, it will be showing that only, that layout only. Okay. So as we have created that employee object, so automatically it will generate some layout over there. So you just have to click on the employee layout, right? So here you will be able to see some fields over here. So here you can see how the fields are arranged, right? Let me take you, let me show you this thing. You can see name is there, email is there, phone is there, state is there, and city is there. Each fields are getting below to every other field, right? So we need to occupy these fields also. So how we can occupy these fields? Simply what you need to do, just drag this phone and just place it over here. So it will come parallel to this email field, right? Then here state and city is there. So state is below the city is below the state, right? So if I want to keep it this side, so what I have to do, simply click it over here and I have to place it over here. So you can just simply drag it, right? So these are the fields which are getting visible. Right now this field will be visible in that particular record also. Then there are multiple options. You can select it as per the requirement. If suppose you want to add some buttons, so here you can see all the buttons which are here. You can simply see that in the records, right? In the list view, in the detailed records. So everything will be visible on that. If suppose you want to add some or if you want to remove that, see here you can see there is an in the employee details, you can see these kind of buttons. If suppose I want to remove this print view, so what I will do, I will just place it over here. So now whenever you will be visiting in the employee detail page, it won't show you with the printable view. Okay. So this customizing things also you can manage. Okay. Then there you in the quick actions you can see there are multiple things which you can see over here. If you want to add this kind of quick actions, you can add it. Okay. So if suppose you want to add some files things over here, then you can add it over there, right? I don't want to make any changes. So there are multiple things. Then if you want to add some sections, so how you can add it? There you can see in the fields there is a section. Suppose name details are something else. Sorry, and there will be the section called with the address. So there can be the billing address, there can be the shipping address, there can be anything. So if suppose you want to create a section, what you will be doing? So just you have to drag that and just scroll it down. So wherever you want to add the section, you can add that. Okay, so that will create the section below. So in that section you can add some fields as well. So it will be getting displayed with the some another section. Okay, then talking about the blank space, if you want to create some space between the some fields or you want to maintain the gap, so you can use this blank space as well. Okay, so in that case you can use it. So this is the page layout where you can manage each and every terms very easily, right? So I hope this thing is very clear to you now with the how we can arrange the fields. Now just click on save. Before moving to this back, don't hurry. Just don't be in a hurry and click on back. Before that, you just click on save, right? So it will redirect you to the again that page layout. Okay. So here you can see there is a again in the page layout. Then you can move to back. Okay. So in this way, you can do the arrangements with the fields, right? So now if we suppose again going to the employee object, and if suppose again we are moving to this money Deepak, let me refresh this page first. Okay. So so that changes will be getting reflected over there, right? So just let load the record page. So here still the changes haven't made. So just click on new and we'll try to create one more record. Uday, then some email ID over here, then phone number, then state, then just select with some state and then save it. Okay. Now still it is showing in the one side only. So the changes haven't been made yet. So we have to wait for some time. Um See, instantly it won't happen sometime. You just have to wait for some time. Then you can see the changes over there, right? So let's see if it haven't made the changes, then we can simply visit that tab of the employee, and then we need to check with that page layout that we the changes which we have saved whether they are arranged it in this or not. So it will confirm us for that whether their fields are arranged or not. So here you can see all the fields are arranged, so no need to worry about that. It will work correctly. Okay. So that is the thing we should take care of. Then here you can see there is a departments. Okay, in the departments there are some fields also. So if suppose there is a field department there, you can see multiple departments are there. So I'm selecting Salesforce. Then how many members are there? See, if I'm selecting 10, right? And team lead is a like Rakesh. Okay, and then I'm saving this. So it won't take 10. Why? Because this is a 2 digit. If suppose because I have taken for that number as an one character only. Okay. So I'm just if suppose I'm entering 5, then it will save this. Okay. Then here you can see it is taking save. So now here you can see the number is coming with the D001. Do you remember that when we were creating the department object, we have selected the auto number, right? We have selected the auto number and we have given some format like D hyphen and then the curly brackets we have given 000 and then it was asking for the starting number. So we have given the 1, right? So that's the reason it is getting generated with the D001, right? So with this we are getting it. If suppose we are in the employee object, and what I am doing over here, see, only one field is visible over here. So I want for more fields to be visible. So how I can do it? Simply click on new. It is asking for the uh, name. So just give the custom view. You can give it any name over here. Okay, then it will take the API name as it is. It is asking this list should be visible to each and every users which are there in your organization, or it should be visible to you only. So what I can see, if suppose first option is saying that only I can see this list view. So whoever the users are there in my organization won't be able to see this list view. This is the that thing. If suppose I want that all users should be able to see the list view which I am creating over here, so all the users will be visible to that. All users can see that list view. Then it is saying in the third option, it is saying that share list view with the groups of users. So we can create the group of user as well. So instead of giving the individual user that thing, we can give that permission to the groups also. Okay, so I'll do, I'll simply share this list view with the every users, right? So I'm clicking on save. So I want to add more fields to be visible over here in this list view. So how I can add this? So just click on this gear icon. Now here you can see there are multiple options are getting visible. Now I want to add more fields. So how I can add? Simply select the select fields to display. Okay. So as you are selecting this lead fields to display, then it will show you available fields and visible field. For now, it is just showing the name. As you can see, the visible field is name. If suppose I want that the email field should be visible, so what I will do, I'll click on the email and I will say add this and move to the visible fields, right? So it is getting added to the visible fields, right? Then if suppose I want to add the what we can say phone number, so just click on phone and this just add this, okay? And if suppose I want to add the city as well, okay? So what I will do, click on city and then simply add the into the visible fields, right? Now, if suppose I want to arrange some fields, so what I will do, I'll click this phone. I want below phone below the name. So what I will do, simply select that and I will move it upward direction. So it will be adjusted. Okay. So after name, the phone field will be visible, then email will be visible, and then city. Then click on save. So here you can see a name, phone, email, and city also coming into the list view, correct? So in this way, you can create the records and also you can manage the list which should be visible, right? So in this way, you can manage this list view, correct? So we have created the departments fields also, then we have created the projects also, then we have to create the activities. So there are activities also. So in the activities, we have selected the projects, right? So games are there, right? So in the game, we can select any game and we can just save this, right? So now the thing is, we have seen that in the employee object, it is taking automatically what we can say, whatever the numbers which we are adding over there. Uh, sorry, let me select that all. Okay. Then suppose we are selecting that records over here, right? So if suppose we want, you can see the if suppose we are opening this record, right? And suppose here you can see there whatever the number which we are typing over here, it is directly taking anything over here, right? So we don't want this kind of things to be happen over here because the phone numbers are only the 10 digits, right? So we have to make sure that we are not making any wrong things over here. So it should be the 10 digits or should be it should be starting with some range like 7 to 9. If suppose that user is entering some another value like 4 or 5, then it should not take. So for that, what we can do, we just have to select the correct rule over there. So how we can do that? Just having the validation rule, we just have to insert some formula in that. Then some validation rule we can create it. And if suppose we are creating that validation rule, so it won't take any wrong numbers over there. So let's create that. How we can create that? Just click on that employee. As I told you, you just have to click on the gear icon and then click on the edit object, so you can redirect to the employee object. Now, for now, I've already opened that employee object, right? So here you can see as we were there in the employee object only. Now, what I have to do, I have to create the validation rule. So, sorry. So I need to create the validation rule. So I need to search for that. Where is the validation rule? So here you can see at last, there is a validation rule. So just click on the validation rule. Okay. Now here you can see there is no rules being created till now. So what we will be doing? So just click on new. Okay. Now what you have to do for this is like you have to create some rule. So suppose I am giving the name as some rule name as an phone number limit, right? So phone limit, I am giving it. Okay. Phone limit. Okay, then I want this make it as an active. Then here you can see it is asking me, showing me the fields. So whatever the fields which are there in the uh, employee objects, that all fields are getting visible over here, right? So that is the thing you can see over here, right? So I don't want right now. So my formula is like, and then you can see there are some operators also. If you want to add some, then if you want to do subtract, if you want to multiply, divide, anything, whatever you want to use, you can simply use as per your requirement. Okay. Now I want that it should come in such a way that no formula should come over here. So whenever we are writing the these validation rules, we have to take care of the wrong statements, right? So here you can see if this formula expression is true, display the text defined in the error message area. So wherever we are writing this, where we have to write this statement in such a way that it should be wrong statement, right? If you are not giving anything wrong, then uh, if you are entering correct things, then it won't then it won't take the error message, right? If you are suppose entering the correct thing over here and you are displaying that thing and you are trying to validate that, so it won't come. So validation is the rule. See, uh, when the error message comes, when you are writing something wrong, right? Suppose you are typing something wrong, then only the error message will come. So for that reason, we have to create that thing validation rule. So if we are entering wrong things, then only it should throw error, correct? So for that reason, we need to add this wrong statement. So for from here, you can see all functions are there. So what I will do, I will select the not. So it is in the terms. So what I will do, I will select not from here. Here you can see there is a not. So select not, click on not and select the click on the insert selected function. So just click it over there. Now it is saying that just add some logical things over here. So what I will do, I'll just add the regex over here. So it will add me, give me some numbers to create for the phone field, right? So I have to search for the regex. So here you can see there is a regex. Okay, so regex function will be giving over here, and I have to click on that regex and I need to include this function. So now it is this regex is saying that text. Text means which field you want to add this, right? And then which regex text, whatever the formula you want, you can simply take it. Okay, now I have selected the regex over here. Now what I will do, I will erase this. Instead of this text, I want the phone field. So how I can add the phone field? I will click on the insert field and in the employee object, I will have to search for the phone field. So here you can see there is a phone field. So just click on the phone Okay, now it is asking whether you want to insert it. So just click on the insert. So here you can see there is a phone field. Now it is coming with the underscore underscore C. Why? Because this is the custom field. Okay, as I told you, it will create the underscore underscore C whenever we are creating some custom fields, custom app, custom tab. So it will be getting displayed with the underscore underscore C with the API name. Sorry. Then there is a then it is asking for the regex. So what we will be doing, this is in the bracket of phone field, right? Now what I need to do over here is, now I want the things in such a way that it should, let me explain you this thing over here. Now what I want, it should be starting number should be 7 to 9. Whatever the things are there, it should be under the 7 to 9. And then after that, it should be the 9 digits. So like any one number can be there with the range of 7 to 9, correct? Then another remaining number should be just 9. So total number will be the 10, right? So the whole number should become 10, right? So how we can generate that formula over here? So for the phone field, we simply want to add the things, right? So I will erase this regex text. Instead of that, what I will do, I will first give the double inverted commas. Okay. Then in this double inverted commas, what I need to do, I need to give some range from which number it should get started. So 7 to 9. Suppose I'm giving the range with 7 to 9. Then how many numbers should be there with the 7 to 9? There should be only one number with that range, right? So what we'll be doing, we'll be adding this thing in the curly brackets. Okay, so there should be one digit from this range 7 to 9, correct? And from 0 to 9, it can be the 9 digits, right? So again, what I'll do, again I'll select the square bracket. In that, again I'm giving the range of 0 to 9, correct? As I've given 0 to 9, so how many numbers it should be having? It should be have the 9 digits, right? So this is the 9, correct? So now this formula is being created, right? Now we want to check whether this formula is correct or not. How we can check this? So here you can see there is a check in syntax. So just click on that check syntax. Then here you can see there is no errors found in this, right? So we have to scroll down. Then it is saying that this field is mandatory, right? So what we should do, it will throw the error message. So what error message you want to give? So I'll give the message that the number should start within the range of 7 to 9, and the phone number should be of 10 digits. So this is the thing which I want, which we want, right? So I have entered the error message over here. The number should start within the range of 7 to 9, and the phone number should be of 10 digits, right? So what I will be doing, so just save this. Okay. So now you can see we have created one formula and we are saving this, right? Now let's move to our employee object. Here you can see. So I will refresh this page once again. Again, let's refresh this page. Okay. Now if suppose, let me explain you this formula once again. So here you can see there is this formula. So let me open in the new big screen only. So here you can see there is we are using the wrong statement over here. So with the regex, we are using for the phone field. And here you can see in the double quotes, you can see there is a range which we have provided over here, 7 to 9, correct? And with the 7 to 9, it should be getting started. And how many digits should be there? Just one, right? then the remaining should be number should be 0 to 9. Anything can be there. So for that, how many numbers should be there after that? It should be 1. It should be 9. So total number will become 10. 9 plus 1 is 10. Correct? So easy formula, right? Then click on save. Now let's move back and we'll see that whether that thing is working or not. So if suppose I'm entering some name over here, suppose I'm giving any name for now, then if suppose I am selecting some mail ID because that field is mandatory. Here you can see there is a star mark over there. Then it is asking for the phone number. If suppose I'm entering this number and that's it, and I'm saving this. So here you can see it is throwing an error. Why? Because the number should start within the range of 7 to 9 and the phone number should be of 10 digits. So it is not the 10 digits and it is starting wrong. So if suppose I am giving the starting number as in 7, let's see whether the as it is one statement is true, but it is not satisfying with the another statement. So let's see whether it is working or not. So see, again it is throwing an error. Why? Because it is not the 10 digit, right? So 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is just a 6-digit number, right? So we need to add some more 4 digits. So it will get saved. So just click on save. Correct? So now it got saved. So in this way, you can create the uh, fields in such a way that you can have the look on that. Correct? So that is the thing which is not working over there. So in that case, you can make this kind of validation rule over there, right? I hope everyone got this thing, how we can manage this validation rule, right? So Nadim, are you there?
Yeah, Shiva.
Can you please share the details with the of Slack to them so that they can get it?
Yeah, Shiva. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. This speed is okay. Am I moving a bit faster, or is it fine? This speed is fine for you?
So yes, Shivam just informed me that my screen is visible.
Yes, Nadim, it is visible.
So yes, participants. So this kind of mail you are going to be received from our campaign team. So this will be the Slack link. Okay. So I will just post it in the chat so everyone will be having it. Okay. I'll do post it in the chat. Yeah. Okay, I have posted it in the chat, so every participant can go to the chat and they can use the link to register. So once you click on this, you'll be having this kind of interface. Just go with your Google and sign in with any one of your accounts, like your mail. Okay, so I already have used this thing, so that's the reason it's not coming to me. So if you have received this kind of mail, then it's okay. And along with this, there is an attachment here. So each and every step is mentioned here, like what you need to do. Once you click on this, this kind of interface will open. And here you just need to click on the select the email account, like just to click on with continue with Google, and once it will redirect to next page, and the same thing will appear for admin and as well as for developers. So you can see this is for developer track. You can find the cohort free developer is up to somewhat some kind of this like here. And the same for admin track, you can see it on the cohort 3 administrator tracking. So just click on, once you click on with, continue with your Google, you will be having create account window. Just click on create account with your mail ID. You will be having a pin page. Once you are here, if you are having Slack installed in your laptop, uh, you can go with the app, or if not, you can use the browser for the next page. So it will like welcome you, and this will be the interface of the Slack. Okay, so if you can see it here, see in this period, so we have demonstrated it for developer, and the same thing appears for the administrator as well. So this will be the channel for developer for the one which you who have registered for developer. So here, every participant here, I think everyone has registered for developer. So this will be the challenge. This will be the challenge. You can just post your query here. You can also post the screenshot, and mentors do help you out with your query. Okay, and don't worry, participants, if someone didn't have received the mail regarding this Slack. So by the end of the day or by tomorrow, you will be receiving the mails for Slack registration. And most of the people, and apart from that, I have posted the link in the chat, so you can directly go through the link and you can join the Slack channel. And most of the people are asking like, what do we need to do in this internship? So the thing is like, you need to complete the guided project which are mentioned in the Smart Interns platform, and as well as mentioned in the handbook which we have shared through the register email. So you just need to complete all the modules and the guided project in order to earn the certificate. Okay, yes, Shivam, I'm done from my side. If I have forgot anything, just remind me, or otherwise we can continue.
Okay, thank you, Nadim.
Shivam,
See, guys.
hello.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, this is Mandeepak. I would like to have a word.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm commonly seeing a query like we are not able to fetch with the pace of the trainer. So here the thing is that we have a particular schedule of how what topics to cover daily. So yeah, if you are able to cope up with the session, yeah, you can just learn those topics. And if you are not able to cope up with the pace of the trainer, so guys, don't worry, you can access the recordings and you can learn. So don't panic about the pace of the session.
Okay, thank you, Manideepak. Uh, See, guys, please join with the registered email ID only. If you are able to do, it will be easy work for us to manage all the data regarding you. Okay, so please do register. Please do log in with the registered mail ID only. Okay, and about the speed, see, guys, we need to cover both the things, admin as well as developer. If suppose I'm just going more slow, then I can't cover both the topics in this required schedule, right? So for that, at least I need to be little bit fast. See, I am not that fast. Yesterday, I've seen that lots of people were saying that I am bit faster, but I have repeated the topics once again to explain you in the slow manner, right? So please cooperate with me also, okay? I have seen that yes, today also, today is good. Like my speed is little bit slow only, right? So lots of participants had said that this speed is okay. So I will work with this speed only. Okay. So if you are not getting, then there are some recorded session as well. Okay. So you can just go through that. Correct. And if suppose you are not getting, then we are there in the Slack channel. you can ask any questions if you want, right? So that is the thing I want to tell. Yes. And one more thing, as the handbook is being shared with you all, right? So just there are some prerequisites module in that handbook. So just see that handbook, just click on that links, and you will be redirected to the Trailhead account, that Trailhead links, and then you can complete your modules. You can gain some points, you can gain some badges, and if you want, if you are feeling that you are good at that point, prerequisite things, then you can simply go for the what we say for the super batches, right? So in this way, you can do whatever things you want to do. Okay. So that is the thing. Means if you are practicing well, that is a good thing. So because if you want to learn this Salesforce, you should practice on the regular basis. If you are doing today and after that you are doing these things after 4 to 5 days, then again you have to revise all these things uh, back, right? So this will be if suppose you are not getting the link, if you are saying that that link is being missed, and every 15-20 minutes we'll be repeating, we will be sharing that link. Okay, so don't worry, and please do join, everyone, please do join the link with the Slack. Okay. So yes, that is the thing I want to tell it. Now let's move to the next part of it. So we have seen the validations rules. We have seen the what we say validation rules, then page layouts, then how we can create multiple fields. Then we have seen what are the different types of data types we can use for to create the some fields as per the requirements, right? So now let's see some another things which we can do over here. So in the activities, there are if suppose there are activities over here, and here you can see in the activities there are multiple games over here, right? So if suppose I'm clicking over here, so there are some indoor games as well as outdoor games. If suppose some user, some employee wants to join some indoor games, and if some user employees want to join some outdoor games, so I should make it very easy to manage this data. How I can do? So simply I just need to go over here. First, let me check with this employee. Is it so here you can see the fields are arranged in the manner which we have arranged in the page layout, right? So these fields are coming parallel to each other, right? As they are not in below each and every field, right? So this may take some time for that, but it will definitely reflect on the page, right? So now here, as I decided to change something, it should be with the indoor and outdoor. So I can make some partition over there. So how I can make my data bit easy for myself. So what I need to do, simply click on the activity tab. Then I want to go to the activity object, right? So what I will do, I will click on the gear icon. Here you can see there is a gear icon. So just click it over there, and here you can see there is a setup, there is a service setup, and there is a developer console and edit object. Here we have seen yesterday, it was showing the two things over here with the setup and service setup, right? So as I told you, it will just display service setup if we select the service setup, and if we select the setup, then it will show the whole setup which is there in the org, right? So for this org, it is showing whole setup as well. So now what I will need to do, I want to go to the activities object, correct? So just click on the activity object as an edit object, right? So we need to work on the object manager as an activity. So what I will be doing, I will go to the record types. Here you can see there is a record types, right? So what I'll do, I'll make a partition of indoor games and outdoor games. So how I can make it? So in the with the help of record types, I can manage this thing. So just click on new. So as I'm clicking on new, it is asking whether you want to create on the existing record type. So I'll keep it on the master as an existing type, right? Now I want this label as an indoor. So I'll select the indoor over here, right? Then it is taking automatically as an indoor, right? So I'll give some description. It will display indoor games. Okay, then I need to make it active. See, please make sure that you are making this as an active. If suppose you are not making active, then it will not work, right? So for that you have to make it active. Now here it is asking for which profiles it should be visible. So if we want to keep it for each and every profile, we can keep it. Okay, so better to keep it for every profile. We don't want to make it change. If you want to give some specific profiles, then what you need to do, simply click it over here. Then if you want to give to some profiles only, like we were working on the system administrator, which is our profile, right? Then standard user, then the standard platform user. Okay, then click on next. Okay, so here you can see there is an activity layout. So we want to keep whatever the activity layout is there. So we'll keep that only. If we want to change that page layout thing, then we need to just click it over here. Okay, then we can make a changes over here with the activity layout, right? So that is the thing. We don't want to make anything. So here is the active layout. So we can change the selective layout as well, but we don't have any page layout as we are using for the standard one only, which is already there for the activity layout. We have seen this activity layout in the page layout, right? Like for the employee, we are creating the things. So same manner it will be there for the in the page layout. It will be the activity layout, right? So that is the thing. Then as soon as we click on save, it will save the indoor, right? So with the indoor games, it will be getting saved. Now what I want, it should just display the field with the indoor games only. Because if we are selecting the indoor, then only indoor games should be visible. So what I will be doing over here, I need to select some fields from that game. So what I'll be doing over here, clicking on the edit option. See, pick list, this one thing to note over here is that this record type just work for the pick lists only. Why? Because we want to make some partitions on that pick list. See, I'm repeating again. This record types just work for the pick list only. So here you can see there is a pick list available for editing. So we are having one pick list in the activity. So we can make the partition of that two things, right? So I'll click on the edit. Then here you can see selected values are cricket, volleyball. So both are there. Indoor games are also there and outdoor games are also there. So what I'll be doing, I will remove the outdoor games from here. So I'll select this, sorry. So I'll select the cricket and I will remove from this. So it will be in the available. Then tennis, it is also the outdoor game. So I'll remove this also. Then table tennis, we can keep it as it is. Then chess, we can keep it as it is. Then I will remove the volleyball. I'll remove this. Then carom board is fine. Football, I'll remove. Okay. So these three are the games present over here. Then I don't want to keep any default value. If suppose I'm selecting any default value, then this will be already there with some values over there. But I don't want anything over here to keep it as a default. So I'll be saving this. So here you can see I've saved the game with some indoor games, right? Then again, going back in the record types. Okay, so just go back on the record types. I have created some indoor games, which it will be displaying the indoor games only. Then again, I have to click on new. I should create the outdoor games, right? So how I can create that outdoor game? Again, I'll keep it as it is with the master. Then what I'll be doing in the record type label, I'll give the outdoor. Okay, so outdoor games, it will be selecting. Then it will display outdoor games only. Fine. Then here you can see first we made first record type we made, it was automatically active. But when we are creating the second one, it is not active. So that's why you have to make sure that you are making these things active. So just click on the active. Okay. Then here you can see again all these checkboxes are unchecked, right? What we need to do, we have to give at least three profiles, right? So just give it to these three profiles, as these are working for the indoor. So we'll keep it for that same for the outdoor profiles. Then here you can see it is asking for the page layout again. Again, we have to use the same layout which is there in the activity. So click on save button, right? So there you can see we have saved this, right? Now it is saying that it is having some values, right? So there is a pick list value again. So just click it over here in the edit. Now we will remove the indoor game from this list, right? So cricket, let it be, then tennis, let it be here. Then table tennis will remove from this as we have selected in the indoor. Then we'll remove the chess. Then we'll remove the carom board, correct? So now there are only four values in the outdoor. Now we will save this. So just save this. And now we have done with this, right? So just go back to record type. Now here you can see there is the outdoor being completed. Now what we will be doing, just we have to move back to the application. Okay. So just click on the activities. Okay. Here you can see there is an activities. So what we'll be doing over here in the activity, simply just refresh this first page first once again. Okay, so refresh this page once again. It may take time, okay, so don't worry about that. It may take time to display all the things. So just refresh this page. Even if you are creating some fields, even that fields also may take some time, right? So just wait for some time and then it will be getting displayed. Okay, so now here you can see if suppose I'm clicking on new. Now it is asking me that whether you want to select the indoor or outdoor. So it is giving me the description also. Uh, See, indoor, it will display the indoor games, and outdoor, it will display the outdoor games only. So in this way, this description works, right? So it is helping for the user wherever you are creating that thing. So click on next, right? As soon as you are clicking on next, now as I have selected the indoor as a new activity, then I'll click on drop down. Then here you can see only only that things are visible which are there in the indoor game. So table tennis, chess, and another game as in carom board is visible, right? So if suppose I'm selecting the table tennis and I'm saving this, right? So here you can see only indoor options were visible over here. Then if suppose I'm coming to the again back to the activities, and if suppose I'm clicking on new, right? And if now I am selecting the outdoor and clicking on next, then here you can see in the game, I can select the cricket. So only outdoor games are visible over here. So in this way, you can do the partitions over here, right? So that is the thing you can manage with this record types. Okay, I hope this thing is clear to you, right? So guys, please pay attention. These things can be helped with the recordings, but see Slack. Also, please everyone join the Slack. Okay. So here we have completed with these things. Now we have completed with the page layout, record type, and validation rules, and we have created the fields and all the fields of the all the objects, right? Right. Now what we will be doing? Now we will move to another part, which is the most important part in the application. So guys, please pay attention. Now we are going to study the fields and relationship. We have studied about the fields. Now we will study about the relationships.
Yeah, Shivam, excuse me.
Yes. Yes, Nadeem.
Sorry for the interruption. Can I have a word?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So most of the participants are requesting Slack is totally loaded and reached to the maximum limit. So don't worry about that. We'll do update you on this. Okay, we'll do share the link again. So participants, don't worry on it. Uh, yeah, okay, sure. You can get it.
Okay, thank you, Nadeem. See, guys, as whatever the message is conveyed, it will be definitely resolved. Okay, so don't worry about that. So yes, we'll come back to the topic. So we have seen that how we can create the fields, and now we will see the relationships in the field. So there are two most important types of relationships over here. So first is the lookup relationship, correct? Then another one is the master detail relationship. Okay. So first is the lookup relationship, and the another one is the master detail relationship. Now, I will explain you each and every relationship in a good manner. So no need to worry about that. So whenever we are talking about the lookup relationship, it means that this relationship is with one to one, or it can have one to many as well. Okay. Okay. So lookup relationship can have one to one and one to many. Okay. Then the master detail relationship is having only one to many. Okay. Please pay attention, guys. This is the most important topic. We should understand this topic very neatly. If you are unable to understand, then it will be very difficult why we are creating the relationships and why there is one to one and why there is one to many. Okay. So please pay attention. Please let me make it very clear. This topic is very important. Okay. See, whenever we talk about the lookup relationship, uh, it is having one-to-one relationship and one-to-many. I will explain you what is one and what is many. And whenever we talk about the master detail relationship, it is one-to-many. So the limit for the lookup relationship is 40, and where the limit for the master detail relationship is 20. So for each object, we can create the 40 lookup relationships. And for the master detail, we can create the 20 sorry, not 22 master detail relationships per object. Okay. So if suppose you are creating the 40 lookup relationships, then you can't create two master detail relationship. Okay. And if suppose you are creating two master detail relationship, then you can only create the 38 master detail relationship. Okay. So two, so the total relationship which you can give per object is 40. Okay. So the total relationship will be the 40, sorry. Correct? Please, I am explaining it again. So if suppose you are just creating the lookup relationship, then you can create the 40 lookup relationship. If suppose there is two master detail relationship already there on that object, then you can just create the 38 lookup relationship. Okay. Then if suppose you are creating the 38 lookup relationship, then you can create two master detail. So that overall per object, you can create the 40 relationships. Okay. Is it that clear? Okay. Now, uh, now this is the thing. Okay. So what you can do, we'll see that how we can do these things, right? So it is of total 40 relationships which we can create. Now, what is one and what is many? You might be thinking of that, right? So let us make it clear how the things are there uh, with one and with many. Okay, so suppose there is an object employee and there is an object department, right? So now, if suppose there are multiple departments and there is multiple employees, suppose the employee names are Nadeem, right? Then employee name is Manideepak. Then employee name is Prasad. Then there is an Uday. Okay, so these are the four employees present in the application. Okay, so there are the four employees, right? Now there are some departments as well. So department which we have selected, department as in Salesforce. Then there is a department with the data analytics, suppose. Then we have added the blockchain as well. Then there is a department called operations. Correct? So there are multiple departments present in the organization, right? Now tell me one thing. Okay. So here you can see there is an employee and department object. So employee names are there already, and there are some department. Now tell me, one employee can be there in the multiple department. My question is that can one employee can be there in the multiple department? Please answer me yes or no. See guys, please answer in the chat. If you are answering in the Q&A, then it will raise the question so here. Okay. Uh, See, lots of people are answering no. So yes, that is correct. No. Yes is not the correct answer. Please think about that. How one employee can be there for the multiple departments. If suppose there is a computer engineer, how he will work for the mechanical work. If suppose his profile is working in the mechanical engineer only, so he can just work for the mechanical only. He can't be there in the IT, he can't be there in the electrical, and he can't be there in the mechanical. All the three things are different, right? He can be in just one department at a time. He can't be there in multiple departments, right? Please try to understand the concept behind this uh, directly. Right? So please try to understand the concept. If you are not able to understand the concept, then it will be difficult to understand the things how we are giving the relationship. So one employee can be there in one department only, right? So Nadim can be in Salesforce only, Mani Deepak can be in Salesforce only, and Prasad can be in the Salesforce, or Prasad can be in just one department, which is data analytics, or Uday can be in just in operations only. So whatever the things are there, only one employee can be there in one department, right? So whenever we are talking about the employee, right? Nadim, you have shared the cohort handbook, which is there for only for the panelists. I guess it is shared. You can share it with everyone.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Here you can see there is a Nadim. Is only one employee can be there in one department, right? So this side is becoming one, right? And this side is also becoming one, right? So whenever we talk about one and one, which is the relationship? So the relationship is becoming one to one, right? There is one and there is one over here, right? So this is the thing, which is what will be the relationship in between these two objects? Lookup relationship. So there is no chance that it will be the one-to-one relationship is a master detail. As I told you, this master detail relationship always be there with the one-to-many thing, right? This master detail relationship is with one-to-many. Okay. Then whenever there is a one-to-many, whenever there is one-to-many, we can give the lookup relationship. Why? Because there is just a limit of two only to create the master detail relationship. But for the lookup, you can create the 40 lookup relationship or 38 lookup relationship. There is a master detail already with the two objects, right? So for that reason, we can create the one-to-many with the lookup relationship as well. But we can't create one-to-one with the master detail relationship. Is that clear? Right. So now there is a one-to-one, so we will give directly as a lookup relationship. So this thing is over. Okay. Now let's move to the another object. If suppose we are creating the employee, so let me take it little bit down so it will not confuse you. Okay, so here you can see there is an employee object with this name. Now what I will do, I will take some activities over here. So just as we are having the activity object also, what I'm doing, I'm looking into this as an employee and activity, right? So there are multiple activities with the games, right? So if suppose there is a cricket, there is football, then there is a table tennis, right? Then there is tennis, then there are multiple games, right? Now Nadim is willing to do two things, right? It is not like that there is no limit of the activities. Nadim can join cricket, Nadim can join for the football. Even Manideepak can join for the table tennis and he can play the tennis also. So there are multiple activities. Now one guy is aware of all the 2 to 3 games. So he want to participate on in all 2 to 3 activities. So he can manage the things. So uh, what kind of relationship we can give over here and what is becoming one and what is becoming many at this side can okay, so don't worry, don't answer, I will explain you. So one employee can be having the multiple activities, right? So yes, the relationship is becoming one to many. So one side is which employee, right? One employee can join many activities, right? So for that reason I will select this as a many. And now we have selected one-to-one thing over here. That means what happens? So employee and department, there was a lookup. Now we can use the master detail relationship. Okay. So what we will be writing over here? This is an many side. Okay. So please pay attention. This is the many side. Okay. So activity is becoming the many side of this, right? So this is the many side as an activity and this is the one. So we call it as a one is called it as a master and we call it as a detail. Whenever there is a many side, it is called it as a detail, and whenever we call it as a one, it is called as a master. Okay, then we talk about one and many. So one is master and many is detail. Then we call it as a master. It call it as a parent also. One is the parent and detail is the child. So we can use multiple terms over here. So we can call it as one, we can call it as a many, we can call it as a master, we can call it as a detail, then we can call it as a parent and we can call it as a child. So I want to make it clear whenever we give the master detail relationship, whenever we give the master detail relationship, there is some benefits with this. Why? See, that's why it is having the limit of 2. Suppose we are giving the master detail relationship, the child is always controlled by the parent. Child is always controlled by the child is controlled. Please make a note of this. Child is controlled by the parent. So whatever the permissions which we give for the parent, it automatically inherited by the child. Okay. I am repeating this thing once again. Why? Because this is very important to know. See, whenever we give the master detail relationship, it is always the child is always controlled by the parent. Okay, the child is always controlled by the parent. When we give the lookup relationship, there is no parent-child. There can be the parent-child, but in that case, the child is not controlled by the parent. The objects are independent. Objects are independent, right? Activity is becoming the child. So whatever the security which is given for the employee object will be directly given to the activity. We don't have to set any security separately for the activity object. Okay. So whatever the security which is given to employee, it will be automatically inherited by the child activity object, right? And one more benefit of is this is like we can have the we can create the roll up summary as well. We'll see that roll up summary. What is roll up summary? Okay. So this is the thing over here. Okay. If you want to give master details relationship, we can give it. If you want to give lookup relationship, that is also fine. Okay. That is also fine. But the benefit of master detail, as I told you, that as I told you, that child is inheriting all the securities of the parent. So we don't have to give the any separate security for the activity. If suppose we are giving the lookup relationship, then we have to give separate security for the employee and separate security for the department object. Okay, this is clear, right? So this is clear, I guess. Everyone, is that clear? If you have any queries regarding this, if you have joined the Slack channel, you can definitely ask the questions on the Slack as well. Okay, so no need to worry. So yes, I can see the response that it is clear, right? I will explain you what is roll-up summary. Don't worry about that. When we will see the topic after this master detail, I'll show you that what is roll-up summary. For now, just please pay attention for the relationships only. Okay. Yes, so I can see lots of answers with the yes. So let's move. Now, as I told you, we can create one-to-one when there is a one-to-one because lookup relationship. Whenever there is a one-to-one thing, it is always with the lookup thing. And why you might be thinking then why this relationship is necessary to give this, right? Why these relationships are important to give? See, to avoid the data redundancy, we have to give the relationships. So for that purpose only the relationships are there. I am repeating once again, to avoid the data redundancy duplications of the records, we are giving the relationships. I am repeating once again, to avoid the duplications of the records, we are giving the relationships. Okay. Okay, fine. Please make a note of these things. Whenever I'm repeating the things, that means that is important. Okay. So as I told you, there are key points why we are creating the master detail relationship. The child is always controlled by the parent, and we can create the roll up summary. And the lookup relationship, there can be the parent child relationship, but child is not controlled by the parent. They are independent. Okay. Now I will explain you why I'm saying these things. Why I'm saying that child is always controlled by the parent and why the child is independent when we will see the security model of it. And one more thing, whenever we are giving the relationships, whenever we are giving the master detail relationship, make sure make sure that you create the relationship at the many side. Please make a note of this thing also. Whenever we are creating the master detail relationship, we should always give the relationship at the many side. So whenever I will create the master detail relationship between these two objects, then I will create the relationship between these two objects as a master detail where which side I will create at the many side. Okay. Please make a note of this thing. Again, I am repeating the same thing. Whenever we need to give the master detail relationship, we should give the master detail relationship at the many side or the detail side or the child side. Okay. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. I hope that is clear now. I have repeated this thing many times. Okay. So yes, I can see the response as an yes as well. So that is the thing. Two things which is coming with the benefits. Then we can see the roll-up summary as well. Uh, that is clear now. Then we are having the employee and department with the one-to-one. Now still we have to see the one more thing over here, which is the employee and the employee and project. Okay. Now we will see this thing afterwards because this concept is also an important to know, which is called as an junction object. We will see it by tomorrow, but for now, let us create these two types of relationship, which I will talked about the one-to-one and one-to-many, right? So let us create this two types of relationship. Now let's move to the department and let's create the one-to-one relationship. As I'll consider this as a many. So what I'll do, not many, I'll create the relationship in the department. Okay. So department will be having relationship with an employee, which is one-to-one. So I need to create the lookup relationship. Now let's go to the application. Okay. Now here you can see we have to create the relationship with the department object, correct? So as soon as I'm going to this department object, just I need to go to the gear icon and I need to edit this object. So how I can create the relationship? Here you can see as we are in the department object, there is a fields and relationships. So we studied about the fields, but we haven't studied about the relationship. So just click it on the fields and relationship, and then same procedure as we go for the fields, the same procedure will be there. Now it is saying click on new, so just click on the new, correct? Now here it is asking which kind of relationship you have to give. There is the same type with the data types. Now here you can see there is a lookup relationship and there is a master detail relationship. So we need to create the lookup relationship with the employee. So what we need to select now, lookup relationship. So just click on the lookup relationship. Fine. Now just click on next, right? So click on next. Now it is asking with which object it is related. This department is which object related to which object. So we have to select the employee from this list. So you can see multiple objects over here with the standard objects as well as the custom objects, right? So what we need to do, we just have to search for the employee object as we want to relate this department with the employee object. So select the employee object, then click on next. Here you can see there is a field label. So just click it anywhere. Then it will automatically take the field name as an employee. Then here you can see there is an option called next. So just click on the next. Okay. Then there is a next. Then it is asking for the profiles. If suppose I am selecting 3 profiles which we are working on, so here we can select it as a system administrator, standard user, and standard platform user. Please make a note of these 3 things, 3 profiles which we are selecting. Okay. So click on next. I will show you these things why I'm using this profiles and everything. Okay. No need to worry about that. So just click on next and click on save because we want to create just lookup relationship with the employee. So now here you can see there is an employee which is having the lookup relationship in the department object. We are there in the department object. Now it is showing field name which is the employee, and we are having the relationship with the employee object which is the lookup relationship which we want to create with this. Now we have done with this lookup relationship. Now we will create the master detail relationship. Now here you can see there is an activity, there is an employee. As I told you that whenever you are giving the master detail relationship, you should create the master detail relationship at the many side. So let's go to the many side, which is the activity, correct? Now let's move to the activity object. So I think so activity is already open in the another tab. So here you can see as I am in the activity object. So let's go to the fields and relationship of this. Now again, same procedure, click on new. Now here you can see there is a master detail relationship. As I'm clicking on the master detail relationship, now please see this thing. It will throw me error over here. Uh, I'm creating the master detail relationship. Click on next. Then here you can see there is a related to, it is asking related to. Now it is related to which object? Employee object, right? So what we'll be doing? Employee, select an employee. Then click on next, right? Then again click it anywhere. Then it will take automatically with the field name. Then click on next. Then here you can see again it is saying that in the master detail it is giving to each and every profile. So click on next. Click on next. Then save. Okay, we have to save because we are creating just one record over here. Now here you can see, as I told you, it will throw me an error. Please read this error. What is it is mentioning? You cannot create a master detail relationship on the existing custom object if records are already exist, right? You must first create the lookup relationship, populate the lookup field with the data in all records, and then we need to change the relationship to the master detail relationship. If you didn't get this point, I will explain you what it is saying. See, if suppose we are there in the application over here, and here you can see there are some records present over here, right? There are three records are there. Now, as we are trying to create the relationship with the employees, even employee is having some records over here, right? Now, the thing is, if suppose we are trying to create the master detail relationship, if we are having some records, then it will throw error. Now it is saying that please create the lookup relationship and then populate that fields. I will show you that how you can populate that. Uh, Correct. So I will show you that how to populate the fields. Then you can create the master detail relationship. I have done this thing purposely because I need to show you this thing. It won't create if suppose there are records. If suppose there is no record over here, if suppose there are no records in these activities, then it will automatically create the master detail relationship. No need to create the lookup relationship and then go to the master detail relationship. Why it is showing that error? Because it is having some records over here, correct? So let's move to the activity object and let us create the lookup relationship first, and then we'll generate it to master detail. So what I need to do over here, let me go to create the lookup relationship first. So I'll click on new. Then there is a lookup relationship. So just click on lookup relationship, then click on next. Then it is asking to the related to. Then it is related to which object? It is related to employee object, correct? So just click on employee, click on next. Then again click it anywhere and then click on next. Then click on next. Okay, then click on next. Then save this. So it will create the lookup relationship. Lookup relationship don't never bother that it is having the records or not. It will directly create it. Okay. So now we have created the lookup relationship with the employee. Now let's refresh this page. Okay. So let's refresh this page. And now populate means I will explain you. This employee field will be visible in the activities. So just click on new. As we have created the relationship, so now that employee will be visible in this. So here you can see, right? It is saying that employee is visible. Now populate means what? In this field, I need to use some records of the employee object. If suppose I am selecting Mani Deepak and I am saving this, which record is this? I have opened the third one. So click on save. So that means this record is being having fourth number record is having the employee object as employee field with the Mani Deepak. That means it is getting populated with the employee field, right? Employee record. Now again I will move back to the activities. Again I will open this third one, and now here you can see in the third record it is not having uh, any record with the another one. So what I'll do, I will select some employee from this. So if suppose I'm selecting Uday and I'm clicking on save. So again, this record is getting populated with the employee one, correct? Now what I will do, I will save this. It is getting saved, right? So click on activities. So 3 and 4 is being created. Now this is the second one, which is not having the employee. So again, I have to select it. Then in the search, again, I will select some Prasad. Okay. Then I will click on save button. Okay. Now again, this second record is also getting populated. Then click on activities. Now first one is remaining, right? So I need to go to the first record again, and this employee is activated with the empty. So again, I need to populate this field as well. So again, I'm selecting. Then I am selecting some any other record of the employee. Then click on save button. Okay. Now here you can see in the activities there are the four records which is having the employee, somewhat employees are present in this, right? Again is check it very clearly, all the fields are populated with the employee records. Now let us move to the activity object. Okay, now wherever we have created the lookup relationship with the employee, what we need to do, just click on the edit button, just click on the edit. Okay, and here you can see there is a change field type. So just click on the change field type. Just click on the change field type. As we have created the lookup relationship, now we will select the master detail. Okay. Now we will try to save. Now we will try to create the master detail. So click on next. Okay. Now save this. Okay. Now here you can see it has taken the master detail relationship. Correct? Is that clear? Is that clear? Right? We have created the master detail relationship with the employee. Previously, it was not taking the master detail relationship. Why? Because it was having the activity, it was having the records, activity object was having the records, but there were no values which were populated with the employees. So for that, we have created the lookup relationship. We have populated the records of employee into the activities, whatever the records which were there in that. Then what we have done, we have populated each and everything. Then we have saved. Again, we went to the activity object. Then we have went to the wherever we have given the lookup relationship. We went to that particular thing. Then we have clicked on the change field type, and then we have changed the relationship to master detail relationship. So in this way, you can create the master detail relationship if suppose there is a records present in the menu side. Is that clear? Is that clear? If suppose there are no records in the activity, if suppose there are no records in the menu side, then you can directly create the master detail relationship. Then no need to create the lookup relationship and then change it to master detail. Is that clear with everyone? Right? I hope this is very clear to each and everyone. See, I am explaining each and every term very slowly so that this concept is very important. I know that. So that's why I am repeating these things again and again. Okay. Okay. So someone wants to repeat it again. See, again, I am repeating this thing. See, I tried to create the relationship as a master detail relationship where when there was a records in this activity object, activity tab. Okay, so I was not unable to create the master detail relationship with these records. So first it was saying that if suppose there is an existing records in that object, then you can't create the master detail relationship. So it was saying create the lookup relationship first and then populate that fields. Populate means what? As soon as we are creating the lookup relationship, the employee, whatever the records which are present in the employee object, that was reflecting into the activity object. So in that employee, it was getting the field as an employee. Now there was showing some options which were the records of it, employee object. So whatever the records were there, it was getting reflected over there in the activities, and that we populated with that field with the that populated field, that employee field was populated with the some records of it. Then that means the populating the record. Then we went to the activity object, and then we changed the lookup relationship to master detail relationship, right? So in this way, we will create the master detail relationship by clicking on the wherever we have given the lookup relationship. We'll just click on the drop down and we'll edit it, and then we change the field data type. Change the field data type. We'll click on the change field data type. Then we have to go to the then we have to click on the radio button as a master detail relationship. Then save it. Then you can create the master detail relationship. I hope that is very clear to everyone now. Okay. So thank you everyone for paying the attention. Okay. So I hope everyone has joined the Slack. Uh, uh, Nadim, is there anything, any message to convey to them? Nadim, can you hear me? Okay, fine. So this thing is very clear with everyone.
Recording
Yeah.
stopped.
See guys, this is very important. Please do regular basis of practice on the trailhead. Okay, this is really, it will help you to get the jobs. Okay, so as the Salesforce is having the huge demand, okay, see, because Salesforce is the topmost CRM, rank one CRM tool. Okay, so please practice it. Please do some badges. Please gain some points. Whatever the modules which we are taking on the regular basis, please do on the regular basis so you can create your own custom applications. Okay. So thank you guys for paying attention. So the next session will be on Monday. Okay. Thank you, everyone. If any technical queries, you can directly ask on the Slack as well. We will be active over there as well. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day and have a happy weekend.